So I'm just going to recreate a look on Kate I've done before on a shoot. Just first off, prep the skin, bit of hydration. And then for this look, there's a lot of shading on the eyes that we did. It's quite strong, smoky eye. Quite neutral on the cheeks and the lips. Because Kate's got really good skin. I literally just went in and spot treated sort of key areas. You can see that her skin is really flawless. But I'm just going to go into sort of areas like underneath the eye. And then because you can see beautiful freckles coming through, I like to keep those and then just pinpoint areas. Underneath, and then I always would go back to under the eyes and tidy up after as well. I'm going to add a small amount of concealer. Just puff that in, just pressing it to that area. My fingers just pressing. So. See. And then I'm going to add, I'll always go back in and layer a little bit and just add more concealer building up. I'm just going to work a little bit in the centre of the face. Just buff that out. It's really key for any sort of close-up beauty work that you're actually really not applying too much base to the skin. Just working that in. And then I'll go back in a minute and work some over that. And then I went in with this sort of lovely kind of contour shade. It does actually look a little bit sort of grey as well. A little bit really carved out the eye area, so I'm going to work that colour in. And I went really sort of in this area here. Be able to see. Just working that in. See there. Just really bringing that in here. Working that. Creating a little bit of shading. And again, I just like to map it out initially, and then I'll keep going back in, especially to the sort of inner area here. Just the same, just pop your head. Just bring a little bit out here as well. This side. Really buffing that. Taking a bigger brush. Just really working that. Out. Save that side. getting a bit of that depth there. And then going in with darker colour. A really smoky eye now that I'm building upon, and just working that cream to the eye. Love layering. And I will go, I mean sometimes I will work it along the lash line first and then build up, but I'm just going straight in. Just giving that shape there, really buffing it. Again, just layering, working that in. And taking a smaller brush, just working along the lash line. Working that in. So we're getting a lot of intensity along there. Same this side. Taking a smaller brush, to buff. To elongate it as well. Lovely, if you open your eyes for me again, that's great. So that's just like the start of the shape. And then I'm going to pull this out a little bit more, because when we shot, I kind of like had a little bit more of a shape there. So as I do underneath the eye, it will pull together. And if I see that there are any sort of gaps at all, if you look down for me, I'm just going to add just a little bit here. Not too much though. You can see. And then taking that colour, just working it up. If you look up for me, it's brilliant. So I went really dark, elongates, lower lash area, and then just that coming out. Then taking the brush, just gently, or actually taking just pressing that in. Sometimes you don't have to sort of go back and forth, you can just really press the colour in. So, perfect. And if you look straight ahead for me, I'm just going to add, just went a little bit more out that side. And then just the same this side. That's great. Look up for me. Just pulling that just out slightly. At this point, it doesn't actually matter that it looks a little bit messy. I'll always go back in. That in. Before I go in and sort of tight line the area, I just like to get that initial shape in. And then just really buff. Because I want it looking a little bit smokier. I went in with just another layer. You can see there. That a little bit more of an angle. See there. And then More on this side. Really good extruded. That's great. And then this is where I'd go in with a bit of liner, pencil. This always feels a bit strange, so if you look up that way for me. It's really important just to get initial bit in first on the corner, and then just pull down, and then I went all the way in like that. That's great. Well done, Kate, because that's always hard to do that bit on camera. I'm just going to go in, just get a little bit stronger there, and then it will look up again. Just taking it all the way along. You can also work it on the upper, but if you close your eyes for me, I'm just going to pull up, just work that really close to the lash line. So lovely, and open your eyes, you can see the difference on the other side. And then let's just do this side if you look that way. And then just add a little bit here. Then I love going in, and then this, sure I don't tidy it up now. Although I think when we shot this look, there was that sort of messy kind of element, because I'll be going in with a really nice gloss over the top of this. I'm just going to press that in. Hey. Okay, if you look at me, I'm just going to make sure it's even and open for me. Lovely. Great. Close again. It's blending. That's great. So that is my base with the cream on. And then this is where we're going to sandwich that in and go with a darker colour. This one here, I think I used. It's black. If you close, just really pressing that in. Same the other side. Okay. And then I always like to go in again, a bit of a buffer. Just really work that in. That's great. Look at me. And then this is where I intensified this area here in a minute with a bit of that grey. I'll show you that sort of colour. I'm going to work that just on the inner area. So I always think it just gives it that really more intense feel to the makeup. So really working that in there. Same this side. And then just buffing that away. And then I can just sort of in this area here, just slightly the nose area like that. It doesn't matter, it looks sort of intense at the moment. And then I love just buffing that down side. Okay. And just pulling up a little bit more here, just really softening it out. So, seeing that side, lovely, look straight ahead at me, that's brilliant. Okay, that's great. So I'm going to tidy up now. And then I'm going to go in just with a bit of extra concealer. Just working that underneath. Just waiting for that to settle a little bit underneath the eye, you can see. Same this side. That's why I love this sort of shape concealer. I can just really work that in now, just pressing. And I always like to leave sort of the outer area of the eye and do that last, because that can be an area that can get quite irritated if you overwork the area. So I'm going to go in last there, just really press down. Perfect. So for the look, Kate's skin was really coming through, so I'm going to keep it really, really natural. Just add little bits where needed now. Just pressing a little bit on the forehead. Too much. Okay. And then using that same sort of grey contour, we added a little bit of contour underneath. Just working. Just went onto the forehead as well. So really gives that shading. Then you'll be able to see on this side. Sure. Just pulling down like that. So it did really intensify it. Certainly when it was shot, you could see that intensity coming through. In fact, I think I had it a bit stronger. So I'm going to add a little bit more. Merging it in and then going over with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to add a little bit of blush. Working in silver tone. I went really quite natural on the cheeks. I didn't want anything to just wanted it really to be about the eyes. Okay. I'm going to add the lips before I do the final touches on the eyes. So adding a neutral lip. So on the day we shot this, we layered a few different looks. Went from natural to really strong. Blending that out. Then adding lip colour. So we're going for just a nice nude. Brush your lips together for me. That's great. Right. So I kept it really matte. So we shot it in stages and then built up the look, and then one of the sort of final touches was gold on the eyes. Let's mix. Actually, we did brows as well, didn't we? We did brows, yes. So I went in with really nice metallic gold, and then I mixed this with a glossy. So I'm mixing these two together. So just taking a little bit of that gloss. You can see that. Thing is going in, just creating a little bit of a paste with that. You close your eyes, and then literally just went in to this inner area of the eye area, inner socket. Just painted with that colour in. You can always go in with your finger as well, just to merge it and tap it in. Same this side. Really merging that onto the lid. Just tapping it down. So you can see there, it just gives that real instant sheen, and then I think I just blended that over. Same this side, just blending that onto the lid. So it just creates that really lovely sheen. See, Kate looks down, you can kind of see it really catching the light there. And I'm going to just do a quick coat. Look down for me. Just adding mascara. Just want to take this brush again and just add And then the final touch for this look was to really block out the brows. So I tend to use sort of a kind of a concealer colour to do that, and I sometimes mix a little bit the yellow just to give it that sort of bleachy look to the brows. So first off, so I'm just going to brush up to the brow area. You can see just creates that instant block. Just gives it that real editorial feel. Just working to the lash, and you can see the difference that it makes. And I know on camera it will probably emphasise the yellow, but when it's shot, it will look. I'm going to add a little bit, a lighter concealer as well. So I'm going to do that. Blocking through. So it gives it that real sort of bleachy sort of look. Brushing up. And then I'm going to go in with a slightly lighter, I think, concealer. Working over the top. Just over the top of that. To knock a little bit. Just working that halfway through. It really does create that sort of instant block of the brows. So obviously this is not an everyday look. Walk down the street. And you can kind of see, and then I'll add just a little bit of powder just where it's needed. Just going into key areas. Just working to look up for me. And just adding just onto sort of areas that are going to shine.